I never really thought I was gonna actually say this, but here is my season 2 premiere review of Andi Mack. Yeah, I'm just as shocked as you are. Never really thought that I was gonna actually say this. I'm doing a review on Andi Mack season 2. Now, after seeing like the little snippet show, the little I guess episode clip show that they had before they showed season 2, it made me realize, you know what? This really isn't a bad this isn't a bad show at all. I mean, I should go back and actually watch season 1. And then while watching season 2, I thought about it again. It kind of reminds you of eating something you don't like for the first time. Because I remember as a kid, my mom forced me to eat prunes. I hated them. Slimy, disgusting things that smelt bad. And then the more times I ate it, the more times I developed an acquired taste for them. And then I absolutely started loving them and eating them like candy. And I advise you not to eat them like candy because it has a very bad side effect. But other than that, the thing is that it's an acquired taste. I still think it's Diet Lizzie. I still do. Do I see similarities of Girl Meets World? Oh yeah. But unfortunately, it's Girl Meets World should have been done this way when it wasn't done this way. And that's the main disappointing part. It made me a little bitter, especially knowing that Sabrina Carpenter is singing the entrance of the entrance song of this, well, the intro song of this entire series. So yeah, I'm a little bit on the sour side. But the thing is that this really is a good show. And I will say that the characters kind of grew on me in this season and the last. I couldn't stand Buffy. I hated Buffy with every fiber of my being because she was the friend that I would probably either run away from or ignore. But I will say that for the actual season premiere, she was the most supported. She was the most supporting friend of this entire show. Like, seriously, she really did a great job not only supporting Andi and pretty much trying to give Andi advice for what she was going through when it came to finally dating Jonah Beck, to Cyrus, who was confused about how he felt about Jonah, finding out he liked Jonah but had a girlfriend. Now, getting off of that for a minute, getting off of Buffy, and then going straight into Cyrus. Cyrus was the huge, I guess he was a huge turning point of this show. Maybe not a turning point, but he was a reason why a lot of people watch this show because, you know, especially for the LBGT, I guess they add another letter, LBGTQ community. I don't know what the Q means. So if anyone knows what the Q means, let me know. But anyway, the thing is that he was pretty much kind of like I'm not going to say the poster child. I can't really think of what to say when it comes to this, but I will say that people watched it for Cyrus and Cyrus possibly coming out, or at least leading to that point. Now, when it comes to shows like this, I've seen a lot of shows, and shows on Disney have had same-sex relationships on there when they had children. They've had they have lesbians on there before. They had gay men on there before. Gay men with children, lesbians with children. They've had it before. It's nothing really new. But the one thing that will really make it more interesting if you have somebody that's bisexual that comes out. We always see one individual that either likes one gender or the other. We either see a lesbian come out or a gay man come out. We've never seen a bisexual man or a bisexual woman come out. So this would actually be interesting if they make him bisexual. Instead of him just liking just Jonah, it would be nice for him to like Jonah and his girlfriend, who I can't remember right now, whose name I can't remember right now. But it would be nice if they actually like her, if he likes her and Jonah. So I'm hoping that will actually happen because it'll make the story a little bit more interesting, and it'll be a huge talking point for a lot of families. Because usually when you see shows like this, you automatically assume that if the person is gay, they're only going to like one gender. I'm hoping that this will actually become a talking point in families to talk about bisexuality, because there are bisexuals out there. There are not people that like only one particular gender. There's actually individuals that like both. And that could be a very confusing time for an individual, especially if they're the same age as Cyrus. So I'm hoping that will be a really great talking point. Because honestly, you don't see that on shows like on Disney that often. You either see one or the other, but you don't see both. So I'm really liking that. I'm hoping that will actually go through, because that would be more interesting. Now, the one thing that really got me interested into watching Andi Mack was the episode when she literally rejected Jonah. Now, you don't usually see that on Disney shows, ever. And honestly, I know I was going to pretty much save this for my whole comparison between Lizzie and Andi, but I'm not going to really do that. Well, I'll probably do that later. But other than that, I will say this. The fact that she actually rejected Jonah the first time is what made me appeal more to the show, because as of Disney, you always see happily ever after. You always see the girl going after the guy or chasing the guy or doing something for the guy in order to get the guy to like her. But in this case, you actually saw Andi Mack reject him, because she's like, I have done all of these things for you. I gave you a bracelet that you gave to your girlfriend. You never really saw me as anything. Are we really friends? When she said that, I'm like, okay, I am interested. You got me hooked. I will continuously watch this show. I am glad I did. Because even though I was kind of disappointed the fact that they kind of pushed things too quickly with Andi Mack, there's still a lot of opening for discovery here. This is her first relationship she's ever had. She has no idea what to do. But towards the end of the episode, you saw her finally relaxing, talking to Jonah, being comfortable being around Jonah, and just appreciating his company, and then just moving slow. So it's nice to actually see that, because I know on Girl Meets World they made it completely awkward, sickeningly awkward, to the point where it was just cartoony. But here I will say that they actually did make it feel more natural. When you date someone for the first time, you really don't know what to do. You're literally going with the flow. And in this case, it made it feel like that Andi was going with the flow with Jonah. I'm like, this is great. I like something like this. I don't like that cartoony garbage that I saw before on Girl Meets World. I actually like this. And I'm still a fan, and I'm still a little bit bitter. But I have to give credit where credit is due. They made this feel natural between teenagers that are literally going through this. I don't know if they're teenagers or in high school. I cannot remember. I thought that was in junior high. But anyway, the thing is that when teenagers or teenagers go through this, you go through this for the first time, have no idea what to do, but they did an amazing job on how, on how she feels about all this. But the biggest thing was definitely the big so-called possible wedding proposal at the very end of the first season. But the second season, I do like this, because it seems that Bex doesn't exactly know what to do. She knows she doesn't want to marry, and I forgot his name again. I know she doesn't want to marry Bowie. That's it. I know she's not sure about Bowie, because Bowie just doesn't stick around. She likes being around him. She will love him, but she doesn't love him enough to marry him. I love that too. Because just because you had a kid with somebody don't mean that you can up and marry somebody. Sometimes that just doesn't work out. But who knows? Down the line, at the very end of the series, she might change her mind. But at this point, I'm glad they're taking it in this direction. And I'm glad that even though that Andi wants her family to be together, I really do hope that somehow they coexist as parents and just want to be parents first before getting married. That's the one thing I absolutely do hope, because expectations for marriage goes way up there. So, I'm really liking the pacing here. I absolutely love the pacing. I love how natural everything feels. I love that Bex is actually becoming a lot more mature. The fact that she moved out, got her own apartment, is thinking about possibly having a cosmetic career. I love this progression. I really do. It doesn't feel rushed. It doesn't feel like it's in your face. It feels natural. I absolutely love season 2 so far. I love how they started off this premiere having it 1 hour. I love how they actually put everything out there and possibly leading on up to the next episode. And I would love to see exactly what's going to happen with the family, especially with Andi's grandma, who finds out that she actually has a boyfriend during Chinese New Year, seeing how that happens to be a really big holiday in their household. So I would love to see that for the next episode. But guys, This was a really great way to start off season 2. For somebody that really thought this was Diet Lizzie and didn't want to see it at all and thought it was a joke, I am happy that I had a chance to see a glimpse of season 1 and get inspired to see season 2. Because I might go back and actually look at season 1, and I might not, but I'm not going to make any promises when it comes to that. But I will say this. I am going to continue watching season 2 because I am looking forward to see where it's going to go next. But I want to hear your thoughts about Andi Mack, the season premiere of season 2. Let me know how you feel in the comments below. And honestly, guys, I'm going to keep watching this. This show is pretty interesting. But that is it for me, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out.